Like, is it something in the water, the food, the air that just makes white people crazy? Or not learning about other races' history? Is that what does it?
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
When you flip on 60 Minutes, and you got a good chance it's going to be about a white dude on death row, because rarely is it not a white dude. And they're always saying that queer people are trying to indoctrinate and prey on children. And I said, well, the FBI says 53% are white, cis, straight men. So stats don't line up with what the white people are talking about. I'm so embarrassed to be white, usually. There's a lot of wonderful white people, but I'm atheist, so religious people don't like me.
Well, I'm not atheist. I love my enemies most of all.
I think they don't like me because the racist, homophobic, religious people know I see through their bullshit. That's why they don't like me.
I don't hate anyone.
That's why MAGA and incels hate me, because I can see right through their white supremacy. It's so sad. We're all immigrants.
Yep.
And until the 1920s and 30s, there was no such thing as immigration control. And that was to keep out the Chinese people. That's why they started that. Well, we're all probably 50th generation immigrants now.
Yeah, no, my family fled England in 1961. So.
It was during the Beatles' time, wasn't it? Liverpool? I think so.
Yeah. I'm a singer, and we grew up with the Beatles.
A lot of social change in the 60s. We had the space wars, the Cold War kind of had ended, and it was gearing up for the Vietnam War, and that was a really bad time because all the poor people died in Vietnam. It's always the poor people that die in war. A lot of social, religious, and racial change, because the 60s is when all the African American people started getting more freedom. I was born in the mid-90s, so I remember a little bit of the Bosnian War and stuff like that, but it was more of the after 9/11. I live near Echo Park. I'm not sure what immigrant races are popular over there. I would say a little Hispanic, a little Latino.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of white people, though.
Spanish, and then also
But it's not a day driving downtown until you hear an African American woman or man screaming to the white people, "Go back where you came from." Yeah, I've seen that, and there's always that white guy wearing the bedsheet over his head on Sunset with racial and homophobic slurs, just walking around. Nothing better to do.
Yeah, I work on the men's volleyball with, on security and hospitality, and there's homophobic kids from USC that are, yelling slurs, homophobic slurs, and they get one warning, and then if they do it again, they get bounced.
Bounced means suspended?
They get out there, they have to be escorted out of the building, and then they might, I haven't really seen this yet, but apparently that they'll get banned from a venue if they continue that poor conduct.
So they just go to school, but they're not allowed on any events?
No, no, I didn't say that. I don't know of anyone that's been banned.
Okay.
But they do, they can't do that in front of kids and stuff. You can't. Even with vulgar language in front of those kids. The